Our planet Earth is constantly spinning like a top. This spinning motion is what gives us day and night, as different parts of the Earth face towards and away from the sun. But it doesn't spin perfectly upright. Instead, it has a bit of a tilt. Earth has a tilt like a leaning tower. This tilt is crucial for the changing seasons we experience. This tilt is about 23.5 degrees. Imagine a line running through the north and south poles. This line is called the axis, and it's tilted at this angle. And it's this tilt that causes us to have 4 distinct seasons throughout the year. Without this tilt, we wouldn't have the variety of weather and climate changes that make each season unique. Because of the tilt, different parts of Earth receive varying amounts of sunlight throughout the year. This variation in sunlight is what drives the seasonal changes. When the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, it experiences summer. The days are longer and the sun's rays hit this part of the Earth more directly, making it warmer. At the same time, the southern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, experiencing winter. Here, the days are shorter, and the sun's rays are more spread out, making it cooler. This tilt doesn't change as Earth orbits the sun. The axis remains pointed in the same direction, towards the North Star, throughout the year. What changes is the position of the hemispheres in relation to the sun during the orbit. As Earth travels around the sun, different parts of the planet receive varying amounts of sunlight. 6 months later, the situation reverses, bringing summer to the southern hemisphere and winter to the north. This is because the southern hemisphere is now tilted towards the sun. This continuous cycle of tilting towards and away from the sun creates the fascinating phenomenon we know as the 4 seasons. Each season brings its own unique weather patterns, temperatures, and natural events, making our planet a dynamic and ever-changing place to live. Spring is a time of rebirth and renewal. It marks the end of the cold, harsh winter and the beginning of a season filled with warmth and life. The days grow longer, and the sun's warmth begins to melt away the winter chill. Trees sprout new leaves, creating a canopy of fresh green. Flowers bloom in vibrant colors, painting the landscape with hues of red, yellow, pink, and purple. Gardens and meadows come alive with this burst of color. Animals awaken from their winter slumber. Baby animals are born, bringing new life to forests and fields. Deer with their fawns, birds with their chicks, all signify the start of a new cycle. The air buzzes with the sound of insects. Bees flit from flower to flower, playing a crucial role in pollination, while other insects add to the symphony of spring. People shed their winter coats and enjoy outdoor activities like picnics, feeling the gentle warmth of the sun on their skin. Hikes through green forests and bike rides along sunny trails become popular pastimes, as everyone seeks to soak in the rejuvenating energy of spring. Spring is a time to celebrate life and the beauty of nature. It reminds us of the endless cycles of growth and renewal, and the joy that comes with each new beginning. Summer is the warmest season with long, sunny days. The sun climbs high in the sky and temperatures soar. Swimming pools open and beaches are filled with people enjoying the warm weather. Summer is a time for vacations, barbecues, and outdoor festivals. Fruits and vegetables ripen to their fullest, offering a bounty of fresh flavors. Summer nights are often warm and filled with the sounds of crickets chirping. Autumn, also known as fall, is a season of transition. The days grow shorter and the air turns crisp and cool. Leaves on trees transform into vibrant shades of red, orange, and yellow before falling to the ground. Farmers harvest their crops, and animals prepare for the coming winter. Autumn is a time for cozy sweaters, pumpkin spice lattes, and bonfires. People celebrate the harvest and enjoy the beauty of the changing leaves. Winter is the coldest season, with short days and long, dark nights. The air is often filled with a crisp, clean scent. In many parts of the world, snow falls, covering the ground in a white blanket. Some animals hibernate, while others grow thick coats to survive the cold. Winter is a time for cozy nights by the fireplace, hot chocolate, and snowball fights. People celebrate holidays like Christmas and New Year's Eve during this magical season. The Earth's seasons are not based on a fixed date on the calendar. Instead, they are determined by specific astronomical events called equinoxes and solstices. These events are related to Earth's tilt and its position in orbit around the sun. The equinoxes occur twice a year when the tilt of Earth's axis is inclined neither away from nor towards the sun, resulting in nearly equal day and night lengths. The solstices, on the other hand, occur when the sun reaches its highest or lowest point in the sky at noon, marking the longest and shortest days of the year. These astronomical events are crucial in defining the transition between the seasons. For instance, the vernal equinox, which occurs around March 20th or 21st, marks the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the southern hemisphere. This is a time when the days start to get longer, and the temperatures begin to rise in the northern hemisphere. Spring is often associated with renewal and growth, as plants begin to blossom and animals come out of hibernation. Conversely, in the southern hemisphere, this period marks the onset of autumn, characterized by falling leaves and a gradual cooling of temperatures. The summer solstice, occurring around June 20th or 21st, signifies the start of summer in the northern hemisphere and winter in the southern hemisphere. This is the time when the northern hemisphere experiences its longest day and shortest night, leading to warm weather and extended daylight hours. The autumnal equinox, around September 22nd or 23rd, marks the beginning of autumn in the northern hemisphere and spring in the southern hemisphere. During this time, the days and nights are approximately equal in length, and the weather starts to cool down in the northern hemisphere, leading to the beautiful fall foliage. And finally, the winter solstice, around December 21st or 22nd, marks the beginning of winter in the northern hemisphere and summer in the southern hemisphere. This is the shortest day and longest night of the year in the northern hemisphere, often associated with cold weather, snow, and festive celebrations. Meanwhile, the southern hemisphere enjoys warm summer days and outdoor activities. It's important to remember that the seasons are experienced differently depending on where you are on Earth. Regions near the equator experience less variation in temperature and daylight hours throughout the year. They may have only two seasons, a wet season and a dry season. As you move closer to the North and South Poles, the differences between the seasons become more pronounced. The Earth's seasons are not just about changes in the weather. They are essential for life on our planet. Seasons regulate agricultural cycles, influence animal behavior, and even impact our own moods and activities. They provide a rhythm to our lives, a time for growth and renewal, a time for harvest, and a time for rest. Understanding the seasons helps us appreciate the interconnectedness of our planet and the natural world around us.